Hey YouTube, and welcome to another video. This time we're going to be going over Dignitas versus Falcons. That's right. The dream matchup happened today on the Gamers8 LAN, and we're going to be watching the 2v2 game and the 1v1 game that ended up happening. Now, before this game, the Falcons won the 3v3. So Dignitas selected 2v2. There was a lot of talk about whether or not Dignitas might pick ones and who they'd have playing their ones, but ultimately they felt better about their duo Jack and Joreuz versus Khaled and TRK. So that is what they selected. Now, if they manage to get a win either in this game or the threes, then there will be a game 4. And I will spoil that there is an eventual game 4, which means whoever wins this 2v2, the other team ends up winning the 3v3 following right after it. But now, we're going to watch from Jack's perspective. TRK and Khaled considered to be one of the better duos in this tournament, but lots of people are saying that Jack and Joreuz, it doesn't get better than these two guys. And we'll see if that chemistry comes out today. TRK, nice reset, but can't continue it to get it past Jack. Jack could have thought about passing down to Joreuz, ultimately deciding to solo play. Joreuz just going to have to camp out at midfield. Sit and wait. Now full field retreat. Khaled flick over one. Cannot protect the ball from the immediate takeaway. Jack gonna swing back midfield. Not staying aggressive. Maybe he could have tried to bump in the back corner. Maybe steal boost. No, he'll just wait at the goal line. Well, not the goal line, at the midfield line, where Joreuz has done a good job up until this moment, not letting the Falcons players back into the orange half. Now, Joreuz once again, a 50. TRK faking the air dribble. Joreuz seems like he got absolutely destroyed by that as he flies into the ceiling in an attempt to stop the dribble that never comes. Jack not going to be able to find a double. Not with only two people on the team. Now Jack does not have Joreuz to pass to in this situation. Didn't really have enough boost to finish off that dribble anyways. Khaled is going to end up challenging early to take it away from him. Wasn't going to be much of a shot attempt either way. In fact, the other team might have been better off just not even going. Now Jack, he's going to get an opportunity to double in the corner. He's going to put him and Joreuz up 1-0. About halfway through the game it takes for either one of these nasty duos to get a first goal. Joreuz taking off the back wall. Jack going to play very patiently. Soft touch in the corner to try and control. Doesn't want to give the ball speed. Wants to try and delay as much as possible, giving time for his teammate to respawn. What a catch by TRK. Jack always ready for it though. Did not overcommit to turning into challenge. He was prepped and facing towards the net. This is a great 50. Just barely not able to be followed up by Joreuz. Very important challenge by currently Jack. If he doesn't connect there, Joreuz is going to be recovering high in the ceiling. Likely going to be a free goal for TRK and Khaled. Jack taking off the map. Joreuz left all alone. TRK to Khaled. Look at the double. The duo's play from the Falcons is just too solid. Khaled had enough of Jack's great defensive touches. Because if you're not on the map, you can't stop us from scoring. Joreuz patience as he baits TRK in. He got an opportunity to hit that ball quick, but he doesn't take it. Instead, he slows down, tries to bring the Falcons in so that as he touches it, he gets an outplay, as opposed to just playing it right into their hands and having to go against two defenders. He wants to guarantee he gets by at least one. And that has eventually led to this offensive possession that we see here now. Jack, the backflip, likely to flip out of the play here. Make Joreuz feel comfortable coming to attack, and TRK couldn't challenge there. Joreuz will take a free goal. TRK, a bit of a miss. Couldn't touch the ball as Joreuz was trying to protect it. That must have been enough to scare TRK out. An almost perfectly mirrored kickoff here. Joreuz going to tip the ball up for Jack. Jack cannot get it carried though. Joreuz has been playing really the defender in this 2v2 duo. You wouldn't expect Joreuz to be, the defensive specialist out of the two of these, but that's the way it's been. Jack has been really aggressive upfield. Joreuz, the mechanical back line, not letting anything past. Jack lobbing this one high, searching for 100 boosts. He's not even going to get any in the corner here, but he is just going to wait for it. See wave dashes as it spawns. 30 seconds and a 1-goal lead for Dignitas. Joreuz pinch in the corner. TRK getting it challenged early. Even if Jack doesn't get a good touch, it should position Joreuz well, but he actually got a great touch, dunking perfectly as he rotates his car. But now in the final moments, Joreuz cutting the infield pass. Looks dangerous from Jack's perspective, and actually it is a last-second save from Joreuz. Wait a second. Still in the air. Got a long clear, and it does hit the ground. TRK doesn't come underneath it, but incredible sequence there by Joreuz to ice out the 2v2 game, give Jack and Joreuz a win, which now means it is 1-1. They go to the 3v3, and the 3v3 is won by the Falcons. So who did these two teams put in as their 1v1ers? Well, we honestly could have guessed it. They did warn us. Joreuz playing for Dig and TRK playing for the Middle East. So let's go see one of the most exciting ones played on LAN coming up next. Joreuz versus TRK on LAN. Johnny Boy did not cast this one. I was surprised they didn't have him cast this matchup. Instead, he was watching in the crowd, just like the rest of us, to watch this TRK Joreuz action. Look at this. Instantly, TRK bouncing in the air, going for an air dribble. Joreuz just barely able to get the save on the second attempt. And what's he going to do? He's going to strike right back with an air dribble of his own. Thought maybe he had baited TRK in, so he tries to accelerate it over the top. And then TRK right back in the air. As this game started, because I did get to watch it live, I thought, oh my goodness, we are in for an absolute treat. Exactly what we all would have hoped for. Just two high-flying ones players battling it out. I think Joreuz is meant to get an arching power shot off that bounce. I want to say it was a mistouch to roll it directly at TRK. Not often do players want that kind of touch in ones. It's unless you got a pre-jumping defender that's already setting themselves high. There's basically no benefit to getting that roll. And then Joreuz getting a little bit greedy, trying to stick with that play. Maybe felt bad about that mistake. He couldn't hold on to it. TRK will score first. TRK, flick high. You've got to be so perfect because these defenders are too smart. Joreuz tells it's over the top. Doesn't jump, just immediately preps for the counter. He catches it before TRK can get involved. Now, the complete disregard for the kickoff. This is something that, at least for me, Joreuz was the first person to really use it to perfection. TRK does get a read immediately on the first time that he does it. Takes the ball back into his corner, but it's still not a bad position for Joreuz, actually. He couldn't see TRK behind the ball. He thought he was right there behind him. I think he was ready to backflip challenge as soon as the ball chipped at him. But TRK was trying to be really patient. He was actually trying to bait Joreuz in, get him to backflip into the ball, and then shortly after, take it away for a goal. So both these guys playing very smart ones IQ, knowing they don't want to be the first to make a mistake in those situations. TRK, a reset so far away from the net. Little camera check from Joreuz to see if he's got him beat. He does not have him beat. Probably should have known that. TRK. This pop gets Joreuz on the back wall. Joreuz has more than enough boost and more than enough composure to get a huge clear. Shouldn't be able to finish this off. The angle isn't there, and in fact, wanting to finish it off, has pulled him in too deep. TRK, a 2-1 lead. 2 minutes into this 1v1. Their teammates sitting next to them, clapping for them as they make plays. Such an interesting situation to be playing a ones in. Something that not a lot of players have ever done. Joreuz now looking to slot top right on that tight of an angle. It's going to be hard to do. TRK, look at that. Wave dash onto the wall. That's actually nasty that he ends up scoring with. We're going to go back and watch this because I feel like this is extra impressive. Look at the way he flips into this wave dash onto the wall. He is setting up his car very intentionally. We're going to go a little bit slower as he kind of slightly cancels this diagonal flip to land perfectly on the wall. I mean, you see it a lot. Like wave dashes in a bunch of situations happen all the time. Then he immediately dunks Joreuz as well. It's just such an impressive movement. And it's the details. I'm sure there's a bunch of people at home saying, well, I could do that. You know, he's just slightly canceling a diagonal flip. But to be able to think about this, you know, in all these different situations and just have it be second nature is truly impressive and can lead to some surprise goals like he got right here. TRK, big mistake. Look at how he protects the ball, because Joreuz needs to just get a tight angle shot. TRK knows as long as he chases him away, he won't be able to find it. And then a counter of his own, so great protection of the shot. TRK up 4-1. 2 minutes left to go in this 1v1. Tons of time, as we know. Joreuz has not looked to get the better of TRK so far, and TRK off the kickoff, able to eventually force the ball out in front of the net. Able to get the side flip in. Joreuz couldn't handle it. Wave dash kickoff for Joreuz. I don't think that Jack or Khaled were much in these guys' ears. Sometimes you might, think it'd be interesting if the other player was mentally helping him through or giving some strategies. But I think everybody, at least as it stands now in the ones game, prefers to just let that player go to work. I think there's a world in which enough of these ones lands happen where you'll actually get, tons of info given to each other as players get used to kind of playing with that info. But from what I could tell watching, everyone is mostly just playing silent. Joreuz is getting a little bit greedy. He needs to with a minute left to go. But TRK will just slam in an open net because Joreuz doesn't have the execution. 6-1. A minute 15. Joreuz needs some magic. Otherwise, TRK is going to be taking this one. Another kickoff possession in favor of TRK. TRK is going to try and steal this back corner boost. He is, but he doesn't succeed. So Joreuz has a ton of space. Pre-jump by TRK. Joreuz gets the wheels in front of the ball. And the long shot, a very aggressive pre-jump. Joreuz does have the read, though. So now it's possible with 48 seconds left to go. 4 goals that Joreuz needs to get. Joreuz slightly losing this kickoff, but he might be able to bump TRK off the ball and take possession. TRK going to lob it high, but that's right where Joreuz feels most comfortable. A little bit too strong of a first touch. Actually makes the defensive read that much easier for TRK. TRK, what great coverage of every option there. Able to end this possession early. Joreuz trying to play quick. 30 seconds. Under 30 seconds even. 4 goals that Joreuz would need if he wants to come back. The aggressiveness is going to be at full throttle here at the end of this game. Joreuz gets a third. And now he needs some master kickoffs the next 11 seconds if he wants to bring it back. If there's anybody who can do it, and I remember as I watched this live, I thought only Joreuz would be able to come back from a situation like this. So it's a good thing it's him, but TRK, he's going to get a double off the ceiling, make it 7-3, 3 seconds left to go. Not even Joreuz can get back on this one. So that will be it. The Falcons end up winning the series as they take Dig down in both 3v3s and the 1v1 between TRK and Joreuz. So impressive play. 1v1 LAN match between 2 of the best 1v1ers in the game. Very exciting. This time, it's going in favor of Mina.